Most people think that the hard part about YouTube is coming up with ideas, editing videos, making thumbnails, trying to understand the algorithm. But I think that one of the hardest things to do on YouTube right now is actually much simpler than that. And that's just being yourself. Because you see, the second that camera turns on, something weird happens to all of us. We start acting different. We start acting to sound more professional, more interesting, more confident, in a way more perfect. And without realizing it, like you stop sounding like yourself, especially if you're new at this and you just started posting videos. Content creation has changed a lot in the last few years, all right? At least from what I've been seeing, it feels like things are going back to basics. Less of those sugar coated videos that are edited, overproduced, and more simple, honest, one on one take videos where creators are just sitting in front of the camera like I am, and they're just talking and pretending that they're speaking to a friend. There's less of that big performance, there's less of the crazy editing, like no pretending. Just a human being talking to another human being through a camera. And honestly, I think that that's what YouTube was supposed to be in the first place. I've been watching a lot of videos in the content creation niche, and I've noticed this trend really starting to take off, especially with older creators like myself or people who just want to share their experience. They're not lying to be the loudest person in the room. They're not trying to entertain you every 3 seconds with a zoom, a sound effect, or a meme or some crazy edit. They're just speaking and they're sharing what they've learned. They're sharing life experience. They're giving their opinion, and they're doing it from a more human perspective. Now, don't get me wrong. I still see a lot of younger creators making very fast-paced videos with heavy editing, quick cuts, visuals, musics, and all that eye candy. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that style still works. But I also feel like a lot of people are slowly making the switch back to something more honest, something more direct, more one to one, more real. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tony Spina, and I started making content about a month and a half ago. I'm 15 videos in, and my goal was to reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm right now sitting at 275 subscribers, beginning of July, and I'm not quitting. I set that goal, and I'm not backing down from it. I'm gonna keep on posting. I'm gonna keep improving, and eventually, I know that I'm gonna make it there. I will reach 1,000 subscribers. I don't know exactly when, but I'll get there. But when I first started posting again, I went down the route that I think a lot of new creators go down, which is writing scripts, trying to speak properly through the camera, trying to make a good impression out of my videos and making my videos sound professional. I tried the faster paced model. I was thinking about retention. I was thinking about how to keep people from watching. I mean, how to keep people watching my videos and how to say things the right way. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But after a while, I started to feel like maybe I was overcomplicating things because instead of just speaking, I was trying to perform. I was trying to say things um, in a way that, would make a perfect package. I would try to make everything perfect. And I think that a lot of new YouTubers fall into that trap. You start thinking, okay, I need to be perfect. I need a perfect hook. I need the perfect intro. I need the B-roll here. I need cuts. I need music. I need better graphics. And before you know it, the video doesn't even feel like you anymore. It feels like you're trying to copy what you think YouTube wants. But my last video, and this video right here, I decided to try a different approach. I decided just to speak as if I was talking to someone I know, like a friend that came up to me and said, Tony, I want to start making YouTube videos, but I don't know how to act on camera. I don't know what to say and how to formulate my ideas, and I don't feel comfortable. And this is exactly what I would tell them is I wouldn't give them a perfectly written speech. I would give them some motivational talk, I guess, and I would just tell them to, honestly think of what you want to say and say it as it comes out. Uh, I would think like this. That's what I would do. So I would stop overcomplicating your videos. I would stop trying to construct the perfect video script that you think is gonna perform well, and instead talk about something that you actually care about. Talk about something that you genuinely believe in. Talk something that you're passionate about, or something you've experienced, or something that you've learned the hard way, let's say. Because when you speak in that manner, something actually happens is that you actually care about what you're talking about, so it comes out differently. And people feel it in your videos. And I think that matters more than people realize. Now, I'm not just saying you should just turn on the camera with no direction and just ramble for 45 minutes, but you need some kind of structure, that's for sure. Maybe only bullet points written down on a piece of paper, but just, like a small reminder of things that might help you when you speak. But not a full script, not word for word, just bullet points. Because the problem with reading a script, I mean, word for word, is that unless you're really good at it, it could sound like you're reading and that you're performing. It can make you stiff and make you less natural. It could also make you focus more on saying the sentence perfectly instead of actually communicating what it is that you want to tell the audience. But when you have those bullet points, you still know where you're going, but you're giving yourself room and freedom to speak naturally. You give yourself, I guess, room to think, and you give yourself room to pause between ideas, to retrack yourself if you're going down, I mean, a rabbit hole or a ramble, like I like to call them, and get back to the actual ideas of what you wanted to speak to in your video. And you give yourself room to sound like a real person. And honestly, I think that that can be a huge advantage and have a huge impact on the quality of your videos. Not because of the editing, but because the video is more polished, and because the connection with you and your audience is better. And I think that's what people are looking for right now. It's authenticity, relatability, humbleness, honesty. People don't always want to watch someone who looks perfect and sounds perfect and acts like they have everything under control and figured out. Sometimes they just want to watch someone who feels real, or someone who's learning, someone who's trying their best, someone who's not afraid to say, listen, I'm still figuring this out. I'm not an expert yet. Maybe I'll never be an expert, but I'm trying. And that's exactly where I'm at. I'm not sitting here pretending that I'm a YouTube expert. I'm not sitting here telling you I have everything solved. I don't have 100,000 subscribers. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. I'm just a guy who restarted his channel, set a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers, and I'm documenting what I'm learning along the way throughout these videos. And right now, one of the biggest things I'm learning is that trying too hard to be perfect can sometimes hurt you, because when you try too hard to be perfect, you become less natural and more like a robot. And when you become less natural and more like a robot, people feel disconnected from you. So my advice, especially if you're new at this, if you're a new content creator, is to try to make videos where you don't overthink everything. Don't worry about making it perfect. Don't worry about adding edits every 5 seconds. I used to worry about that in my older videos, but I'm going to try to step away from that. Don't worry about copying the style of big creators, trying to be like them. Just sit down, press record on that camera, and talk about something that actually matters to you, or something that you're passionate about. And speak to the camera like you're speaking to a person that you know, like one of your close friends. Not a crowd, not the whole internet, not some imaginary audience that you're trying to impress or get the algorithm to make you connect with. Just one person, because at the end of the day, that's what's happening. One person is watching your video, one person is listening to you, and one person is deciding whether they want to connect with what you have to say or not. And the best chance you have of connecting with someone is really being honest and being one on one and speaking from your mind and from your heart instead of just trying to follow a script. So I hope this video finds you if this is what you're looking for. And I hope this inspires you to maybe change the way you do your content or just to start doing your content in this way. And I hope you get a lot of success. And I'll see you in the next video. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.